Jest is a JavaScript testing framework. That sounds big, but the reality is simple. Jest does only one job. It checks whether your expectations are true or false. That's it. Every Jest test is built on one sentence. I expect something to be something else. That sentence is written using the expect function. In Jest, expect is the starting point of every test. You never skip it. You never replace it. You always start with it. Now look at the screen. This UI is pretending that some JavaScript code already ran. We already have values.
For example, a username string, an array of skills, a heading that exists. Jest does not create these values. Jest only evaluates them. That's a critical distinction. So in Jest, you write, expect open parenthesis, actual value close parenthesis. The value inside expect is called the actual value. This is what your code produced. Jest does not care how it was produced, only what the value is right now. After expect, you chain a matcher. Matchers are how Jest compares values. Each button on this screen represents one matcher. Now let's go through them one by one. First, to be checks strict equality. This is the same as using triple equals. No conversion, no deep checking, no guessing. If the values are not exactly the same, the test fails. In this example, we test a number. The expected value is 3. The actual value is also 3, so the test passes. Important rule: to be is only for numbers, strings, booleans, or exact references. If you use to be for objects or arrays, you are writing a broken test. Next, to equal is used for deep comparison. This matcher looks inside arrays and objects. It checks values, structure, and order. In this UI, the skills array contains 3 items. We compare it with another array that has the same items. Because the contents match, the test passes. This is the correct matcher for arrays, objects, JSON responses, and complex data. If to be is strict, to equal is structural. Next, to be in the document. This matcher answers one question. Does this thing exist? Not whether it's correct, not whether it's visible, just whether it exists. In this UI, the heading exists, so the test passes. This matcher is commonly used when you want to confirm something was rendered, something appeared, or something did not disappear. Existence only, nothing more. Next, to have text content. This matcher checks text value. It does not care about HTML tags. It does not care about structure. It only checks what text is present. In this example, the username text is John. The expected value is John. Because they match, the test passes. This matcher is essential for UI testing because users read text, not JavaScript variables. Finally, to have length. This matcher checks length. It is used for arrays, strings, or collections. In this UI, the skills array has 3 items. The expected length is 3. The actual length is 3. So the test passes. This matcher is commonly used when testing lists, tables, cards, or repeated elements. Now let's step back. What did Jest actually do here? It did not render UI. It did not manage state. It did not create data. Jest only compared actual value versus expected value using a matcher. That's all Jest ever does. If you understand this mental model, Jest stops being confusing. Every failure message makes sense. Every matcher choice becomes obvious, and your tests stop being random guesses.